And so LT, of course, we're still waiting for those 1,900 some absentee ballots to be processed, but it does appear that we will be entering a runoff election between you and Governor Torres. My first question is, do you plan on forging an alliance with the Democratic team?
Yes, I do. Dave and I are going to be reaching out. We're already starting um, to make some phone calls, and we will be forging alliance with the Democrats and other candidates that want to help in this endeavor. So yeah, short answer to that is yes, we will.
And preliminarily, looking at the votes that were cast for the gubernatorial race as opposed to the other races, it appears that at least the participation for the gubernatorial race was lower than the other races. Why do you think that is?
I'm not sure. I was taken aback by that number, the percentage, but be that as it may, that's something that we need to take a closer look at, and go out and reach out and encourage and urge people to participate in this runoff election. So yeah, it's I'm not sure why that is the case, but that's besides the point. At this point, we're going to go out and work very, very hard. I know it's going to be a challenge for us also, but I think if we forge alliances and get folks from other camps to join us, I think we will have a higher participation rate, and we will try to do that, get those numbers up.
And it's obvious that if all of Tina and Layla's supporters show up again and vote for you, that you will be victorious in this election. But given what you said about the challenges of turnout, what is your ground game to motivate people to show up again at early voting on the runoff election day? How do you energize both of your bases to ensure that they show up for you again?
Well, and that's where the work will be. We're going to have a meeting with our group tomorrow, probably, to begin the ground game, putting together a ground game, and also we intend to have a discussion with the Democrats to see what needs to get done, where they can help, and where we need the help, and we move forward with that. It's every day is going to be different because we have to be constantly working from here on out.
And LT, just taking a look at the comments online, there are some hardcore Democratic supporters who wanted to see the transformational change that the Sablan Staffler ticket proposed, and frankly didn't want to see your administration get elected because they consider you as part of the old guard. What would you say to those Democrat supporters who wanted transformational change through Sablan Staffler? How are you going to convince them to vote for you?
Absolutely, that's going to be critical. Transformational changes has to happen, and if we're successful, and we're going to work hard to be successful, we will take a look at the type of programs and the type of policies that Tina and Leila has put together to forge those transformational changes in government and even in policies and programs across the Commonwealth. We're going to be working closely if we do forge that, and I intend to do everything in my ability to convince them that, hey, Dave and I will make those changes with their help. Of course, it's not going to be just this is not going to be a Palacios Apatang team. This is going to be a coalition. If that happens, it's going to be a coalition, and we're going to have to sit down and forge the path forward to making those changes. Of course, some of those changes sometimes are very unpopular and sometimes difficult to make. At the same time, we have to make them. Some of those policies have to be in place. We would try to do them in a compassionate and considerate way, so it minimizes impacts on people's lives. But yeah, I mean, I believe that Dave and I have been in government for quite a while and have gone through many different scenarios and different administrations. And we can look back at our experiences also and see where we've gone wrong and make those changes and correct them. And with Tina and Leila's team and themselves also helping, I think we'll be able to do that. And the only way we will convince them at this point in time is to earn that, or earn their respect. I mean, make show them that we're serious about making those things. I understand. Hold on. I understand that because we've been in government for quite a while, and people will have doubt and question us about that. But the fact of the matter is that we're going to be in the runoff, and we're willing to make those changes. We're willing to take a look at those policies, and if push comes to shove, we will make those changes. But at the end of the day, words is not going to prove that we're going to do it. It's just action. So I'm going to ask them to give us a chance and help us get it done and implement the changes and transformational changes that needs to happen.
And LT, the Democrats are holding a press conference at 4 o'clock today. Have you spoken directly with Tina and Leila, and will you be at that press conference this afternoon?
No, I won't. I won't be. I think that's just the Tina and Leila's press conference and the party.
Have you
Democratic
spoken with
Party.
the other candidates at all, including Governor Torres?
No, I haven't talked to Governor Torres. I've talked to Tina and Leila, to be honest with you, and we just kind of.
When did you talk with them?
Late morning.
This morning?
So yeah, this
Okay.
morning, we were all groggy, but we reached out to each other, and I reached out to them, and we were talking about things, and we'll most likely be discussing this in a very, very near future. Whether what kind of policy changes we need for them to come on board with us, and so we're going to be talking with them very shortly on short order. But I think we need to give them the space and the time for them to get their press conference and rally their troops and have their own meetings, and then we see where we go from there.
All right, LT, that's all the questions I had for now. Of course, we'll await that press conference this afternoon. But any closing words here?
No, it was kind of a weird in a weird kind of way, when I woke up, I was taking a rest, and then I started following the tabulations again after it was ceased at early this morning. But what was interesting really is the flip from the type of votes that the AD team was getting in the early voting versus the election day voting. Case in point are the members of the House of Representatives under AD and even the Democrats who were trailing, who were behind in votes, and when the election day numbers were tallied up, members of the AD team were able to secure seats in the House of Representatives and even in the Senate. So yeah, it's very interesting how that occurred. I'm not sure why, but it's just interesting. From the early voting numbers to the election day numbers are different. So, but all in all, we're ready for the challenge. We're going to go out and start the campaign and try our very, very best and work very hard to get it done.
All right, LT, thank you so much for your time.
All
I'm sure we'll be in touch over the next few weeks. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Manglona.